fiends and gentle Xenos, coming to you live from Rick Priestley's luxurious mansion. This is the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. And here is your host, Mr. Pink.
Hello and welcome to another episode 101 of the Creature Conference. I am your host, Martin Synthesis, otherwise known as Mr. Pink, and I'm joined here by the lovely Hydra. Hello, Hydra. Thanks for joining me today.
One.
I like it. And we were having some technical difficulties starting up the stream, trying to get Hammer sorted out because apparently his computer is being attacked by the 5th member. So yeah,
Nice.
but we're gonna get it going soon.
Can you hear me now?
Hammer, I can hear you now.
Yay!
Hopefully I can continue to hear you.
Yeah. It's going to go back to the old janky days.
Yeah, so what we're doing tonight is we're having a little bit of a Tyranid award show for 2 hobby events that we hosted over, well, Hammer, all of us hosted over on the Warp Shadow account on Instagram. One back in June, which was Junestealer, a month dedicated to all things Genestealers, a little bit overshadowed by the release of Leviathan and all the Tyranids in there. It was challenging towards the end of that month to get anyone to care about Genestealers because they were all so excited about the new Tyranids. But then, once it came to November 2023, we got to play with the new Tyranids in the Ogrim wave, or whatever the heck we're calling it, that came out. So, with all those Tyranids in hand, everyone got to focus on Tyranids for the month of November, and with a theme of... Oh, I didn't talk about the theme for Junestealer. The Junestealer theme was non-human genes, like Xenos genes, like hybrid Genestealers with other weird creatures. And then the theme for Nidvember was non-combat. So things that the hive mind uses to help digest a planet or stuff like that. Yeah, so Hammer has done some heavy lifting, going through all of the entries. He brought them all together. He got the folks on the server to vote on them. And we have selected some winners for a few different categories for both Junestealer and Nidvember. And yeah, Hammer, do you need me to drive? Or are you going to drive? What's going on?
I've got my screen, should be sharing. On
okay, yeah,
now.
I'll pull that up.
So I've got everything working now. Yeah. I think it was just a restart that needed to be done.
There we go. All right, I've just pulled it. Oh, what the heck? Watch stream. Yeah, so I guess take it away, Flynn.
Yeah, so for each one, we've got different set categories. So obviously with Junestealer, we didn't get many people doing much of the theme for this year. Oh wait, no, we didn't get much.
As much participation?
I've already forgotten. That's because of that. I'm just trying to get the right wording as well because my brain's already just gone blank. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning for work, so my brain's a bit frazzled now. I'm just we've got.
I think your audio's going again.
Oh, if my audio's going, I can just go over this screen and you can.
Yeah, we're having trouble hearing you, buddy.
Yeah.
Do you want me to drive? I can show all the stuff.
I'll show and you talk if that's easier.
Okay. Yeah. You show, I'll talk. We can do that. That works.
Yeah.
Look, we have our next German here, so everything will be very professional.
Oh, good. We got Moloch showing up. Got High Fleet Moloch joining the chat just in time, Marco. We just got all our shit sorted out. It was a little bit 5th member up in here before you showed up.
Apparently, Marco put in our little sidebar on the actual Bureau stream for what sections we're doing each time, because
sorry,
it's easier.
Oh, do you want to like chat to us? Is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So everything's understood.
Chat.
So it doesn't go a bit crazy.
Open chat. All right. Okay. Am I? Oh, what? Okay. Can you chat to me in a different one because I'm currently watching a stream from that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So everyone who is enjoying this shit show so far, please like and subscribe if you want to hear more rambling of not working technology.
All right. We got this. Okay. Flinthammer, what we're gonna do is, if you want to, I'll walk us through everything. You put your stuff for me in Synapse Original 4. Okay. Type it in Synapse Original 4, and then you can drive the screen and I can talk.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Good.
All right, I'm going to start by talking about this beautiful image we have up on the screen right now. This is something that was drawn by our own lovely Hydra. This is the official logo for Junestealer 2023. And we see here a little Junestealer shopping for jeans in the jean store. I think it's kind of like, is it called Aldi? Is that the show? The store? I don't know. And you can see he's all out of human genes. Oh no! But there's plenty of Xenos genes. So the idea of this Junestealer was hoping for people to embrace more Xenos stuff. Don't just make Junestealers made from humans, like make them from other Xenos aliens, stuff like that. And yeah. I think that
was pretty fun
it.
because I remember doing that pretty well. That logo when Flynn came up with the story with the idea for this after our creature conference stream.
Yeah.
And I think it was someone else, Dwarfnage, or someone else was hanging out in the stream, and we were just having fun for 1.5 hours, and I started doodling just to get an idea what they could possibly be like an image, and they were happy with it, and so we took what I drew at 2 a.m.
Dude, the fact that you just like whip this up at 2 a.m. is further proof of how good you are at everything.
Nah.
I love it. All right. So first up, the first category that we're going to review for Junestealer is the artwork category. So this is not necessarily miniatures or conversions, but rather visual art that people created digitally or by hand. And we're going to go in third, second, and first order. So first we're going to see the person who came in third place, then second place, and then first place. And I guess there might be honorable mentions. Flynn will let me know. After we review the artwork, we're going to review the painted category. Then we're going to review the conversion category. And then we're going to name a best overall winner for Junestealer. So that's kind of like the order we're going to do. Simon?
Yeah.
Good?
Go for it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
All right. All right, take it away, Flynn. So first up, in third place for best artwork is Hammer screen loading.
The fifth member.
Oh, here we go. Gaffarelix? Is that what it's? I don't know how to pronounce this. Gaffarelix from Victoria, British Columbia, with a really cool illustration of Genestealer cult Nexos. As soon as I saw this thing, I was in love. This feels like second edition style artwork to me. This feels like something that might have come out of, like, I don't know, Inquisitor magazine or something for the Genestealer cult. Hydra, how you feeling about this?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Absolutely agree that with the with your style sorting. I like the shading. I like the contrast.
Yeah,
that makes it really pop like those, especially when you look at the blend on the shoulder pad. This is so like second edition vibes, which is great.
Yes. Oh, I absolutely love it. I don't know what happened to Marco. Yes, he's dropped out.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here? Oh, you turned off your video. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, for some shitty reason. Sorry about swearing. I can't get the audio to work on my laptop. That's why I'm on my mobile right now.
Don't worry.
Sorry
Tonight
about
is a
that.
bad fifth member. Oh wait, go back, Flynn. I wanna get Marco's opinion on that. This is a bad night for the fifth member. Everything is breaking.
Oh yes.
Marco, can you see this entry that we've got up here?
Yes, I can.
What do you think of it?
The sketch, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Give me a second.
Sure.
Yeah, super cool. I think the comparison with second edition you just did is very apt. Wait a minute, where is it? Love the pose, love the old style, love the pencil work. It's a good one. And I love the telephone, of course.
I didn't really think about how old school that telephone is. That's pretty cool.
Also very 80s. Love it.
Yes. Bonus points.
Good spot.
Awesome. All right. So in third place, that's Gaffarelix. Congratulations. Thank you for entering Junestealer. Okay. Lynn, do you want to move on to the next one? Or is there any further stage directions you have for us? All right. Next up, we have Jules. What is it? Jules the Havnet? I don't know how to pronounce. How do you pronounce that, Simon?
That's enough.
Jules the Havnet. So we got Jules the Havnet with a Patriarch Genestealer. I love this sketch. I particularly love the weird shape of the head. The like pointy bit at the end.
Yes.
And if you haven't checked out Jules the Havnet's art, there's some amazing art in there. You got to go check that out. Marco, what do you think about this Patriarch here?
Yeah, it looks super creepy, super alien. The line work is excellent. I loved how the bone ridges on the skull follow the shape of the whole skull. Very cool, very creepy.
Yeah, Simon.
Yeah, I like the skull nose.
Yes.
And that kind of adds very much to, like, it is like a skull, but it is not, and that kind of lets the eye bounce back and forth because it's a black arrow in the middle of the face. Yeah, which is phenomenal. I like it.
Awesome. We can see you, Marco. Good.
Yeah, thanks. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Look at him.
Yeah, Flynn, I don't know if there's like notes you want to give, but I'm sorry your audio doesn't work. That's too bad. Okay, yes. So second place, Jules the Havnet. Thank you for participating in Junestealer. Thank you for all of your amazing sketches, and particularly this one. So cool. A lot of really interesting shapes here. No notes from Flynn. Okay, cool. Next up, in first place for best artwork is
Drum roll.
not loading. It's
More drum rolls.
okay, here we go. All right, is none other than Nikki Glier. I'm not going to say grill it. Nikki Glier on a collaboration that she did with Darth Bob Miniatures, who's one of our stream hosts here. I wasn't sure if this could win because it's an inside job because Darth Bob technically commissioned this, but then everybody was like, no, this art is too good. It's too good. So congratulations, Nikki. Nikki's here sometimes. I don't know if she's here today. I don't know if I saw her in the chat, but this is our first place piece for best artwork for Junestealer, and these are for a project that Darth Bob's working on called what is it called? The Triumvirate? Triptych 28. Well, Triptych 28. Glenn, what's going on? The refreshing? I think Flynn might be trying to pull up some other artwork that Nikki did for Junestealer in addition to this, or we'll see. Sorry for all the fifth member nonsense. Simon?
Yeah. I just love Nikki's work on Tyranids because she doesn't kind of bother to get hooked up by details.
Yeah.
She concentrates on the shapes and on the silhouettes, and I am so often reminded when I look at her stuff at the words that Jess gave us when he started working on the plastic conifex, and he told us how he was first of all looking for the silhouette to match with the different creatures, and I like that she's doing the same, like focusing on the silhouettes and still finding new ways to recombine them to interesting shapes, because you would assume that at some point it gets repetitive, but it doesn't.
Yeah, a lot of, like, if you haven't seen Nikki's Tyranid sketches, she's got a bunch of Tyranid sketches on her profile. There's a lot of really good ideas that push like Tyranid lines in different directions. Marco, how do you feel about these?
Yeah, well, what can I add to Simon? The first thing that I noticed about Nikki's sketch here is how the creatures all look so heavy with gravitas pulling them down. You really see how they struggle to move their big chitinous masses with the heavy weapons, which is a look that is not often seen with Games Workshop. I don't recall it maybe more than 5 times or something.
Yeah,
which is very special. Also, just as Simon said, she doesn't care about Tyranid aesthetic. She's free to design it in a new way and do it fresh again, which is very interesting. The skirt reminds me a little bit of the new Death Leaper.
Yeah.
All in all, it's totally original. And the creatures look so hunched and crawling along that it just went very well into a creepy horror movie.
Nice. And Simon was trying to show us his original Nikki Clie art there, doing a little bit of a flex. I got one of those, but it's over there in an art book, so I gotta fish it out. But yeah, they're super amazing sketches. And you can own Nikki's work if you go over to her profile. She's got a link to her Etsy where she sells original copies for not a lot of money, considering it's original art. So you can consider that. All right, so that concludes the art category, third, second, and first. Next, we're going to be moving on to the painting category for Junestealer, starting with the third place person. Oh, are we pulling up Nikki first? Oh, Flynn's pulling up some Nikki stuff. I think the additional Junestealer stuff. Marco, how was your party?
It's still running on the background. I just snuck away from.
Oh, damn! You're at work.
Yes, I'm in my office right now.
Oh man!
I guess I'm gonna drive home very soon, and steal away so I can be with you some more during the ride. The party's going well, thanks.
Oh, cool! I didn't realize you were wiring in from work. It looked different from where you normally stream from. But thank you for jumping on while you were at your party.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad to be aboard.
Did you put like your Mandalorian armor out and like put a hat on it so that people would think that's you?
No, I just came up with an excuse and then just snuck into my office.
Okay, awesome. Look at that dedication. Fantastic. Oh yeah, this is a conversion that Nikki did for Junestealer. So in addition to her art, she also did a Junestealer conversion, and kind of what High Fleet Moloch Marco was talking about, that she doesn't, and Simon as well, she doesn't necessarily adhere to the exact aesthetics of Tyranids, so she pushes them further and you get more like mutated, infested human kind of looking stuff, which is, I think, really cool.
Yeah, no one is allowed to put Tyranid scales backwards, but Nikki is. Because she still makes them look awesome. And
yes.
The beauty was that you could watch her do that on Instagram, because she had all those.
Oh yeah, she did live streams, Instagram live.
Yeah.
So sometimes she'll do Instagram lives where she's drawing or where she's converting, kit bashing, and yeah, that was really cool to jump in on those. And then she's very kind that she like has a little note paper, and like if she sees you come on, she'll like write a little note that says like, "Hey, thanks for joining me." So that's pretty cute.
Yeah, and she would you could interact and put forth your suggestions, stuff like that. So you could actually interact, which was great.
Yeah. And Marco, Flynnhammer is saying you've got a great Christmas jumper. He's admiring your jumper. So nice sweater. This was cool.
Thanks.
So Malak showed us a picture of this earlier, and it was like, oh, cool. It's got a Tyranid logo on it. Oh, wait. Is that a Ripper? Oh, wait. Is that a Ravener? Oh, wait. Is that a Bone Sword? Like, it's this cool shirt that uses all these different Tyranid motifs all work together.
Well, I'm happy to report that among my employees and co-workers, I was partying with this evening. I didn't tell anyone what it was about.
Yeah.
And 4 of the guys were able to guess it.
Well, I guess they probably know you well, right?
No, well, they know I do Star Wars costuming, but my 40k home isn't well known in the company. So I was pretty surprised to see 4 nerds among us figuring it out.
Now, how much did they figure it out? Were they like, hey, is that a Warhammer thing? Were they like, hey, was that a Tyranid thing? Were they like, hey, is that a Ravener?
No, not to the Ravener, of course, but they got to 40k, and then isn't there a race that eats worlds? Yes, that's it. And then,
well, that's pretty good.
But they came so far, which was good.
Good. Okay.
Great.
I'm glad you work with dorks. That's the best kind of people to work with.
Yes, there are a couple apparently, and some of the people I didn't even know they were nerds.
Oh, okay, so, cool.
It was a nice coming out.
See, this is so great about those secret symbols and stuff like that. When you suddenly see someone wearing the same symbols that you would like to, or that you use, and then you can hook up without knowing much about each other. I know it's your coworkers, but at the place where I used to work, I had some nerd shirts on, and that was always good to look into each other's eyes and be like, oh, you're one of them too. Good.
All right. So Flynn just dropped off. Marco, can you stand up and show people your sweater? I've got you up on screen.
Yes, I can try to. Like this?
Yeah. So you can see there, you got the 2 Tyranid logos. If you can gesticulate, you got Hormigaunt in there. You got a warrior. But between the Hormigaunt and the warrior is actually a lash whip, like a tentacle shape.
Yes.
That's like waving, and then you got the Raveners on the sleeves, the 3rd edition Raveners, and then there's bone swords too, right? Is it bone swords above the Hormigaunt?
I think so. Hard to tell.
And then there's rippers up top in purple above the 2 Tyranid logos.
Yes.
Damn, that's epic.
I have not been much of a fan of the newer merch GW has put out, but I have to say this is phenomenal.
Is that epic. GW merch?
Well, it says something like 140k license in the imprint, so I guess it is.
Okay, I'm not concerned. I just didn't know if you got it from like a Games Workshop site or like some other site.
So I bought it from the third-party side.
Oh, look, a little termagant just crossed the screen. I wonder what that was all about. So Flynnhammer just dropped off. Flynnhammer is getting eaten alive by the 5th member tonight, so we're gonna have to wait for him to come back. I feel bad. I feel like he should have sent me all the tabs. I guess maybe I could reopen them. I don't know. Oh, I hear a noise.
I hear pling.
Oh, we have a Flynnhammer. Well, we made it through 1 category. That's good. No, 1 category. Yes, 1 category.
Yeah.
Only 5 more to go. Oh, plus best overall. Only 7 more to go. Oh, Singularity Forge. The joke about the inside joke about the 5th member is that there's 4 of us here on stream. Highfleet Malak, Hydra, Flynnhammer, and me. And we joke that the 5th member is... Oh, I gotta have one here somewhere. The 5th member is a little ripper that's chewing on all of our cables, because the 5th member is the one who shows up to screw with all our technology. And Bargeist, Highfleet Bargeist, if you're following Bargeist on Instagram, Bargeist made a model of the 5th member, which is pretty amazing. And then Simon also drew a little version of the 5th member with a little ripper chewing on cables. I have stickers for them, but I don't know where they are right now. Flynn is typing. Let's see what Flynn has to say.
Okay, guys, I gotta say bye-bye for the moment.
Yes.
I'll be right back in my car when I said goodbye to the party, and now I'm driving back home. Yes, see you soon.
Yeah, please don't message with us while you're driving. Get home and then jump back
I
on.
will never do that. See you.
Okay, good. We'll see you later. Thanks, Marco.
Good Lord.
Thanks.
Flynn should just send you the links.
Yeah,
because
Flynn, send me the links. Let me do it. And put them in. Can you put them in this chat, Flynn? The Synapse Original 4 chat, and I'll pull them from there, rather than the other chat. Oh my god.
Absolutely this.
Okay, Simon, while we're waiting, while we're frying some time, why don't you give us an update on what's been new in your hobby? You got a big birthday present, right? You celebrated your birthday last week. We did Hydra's birthday 28, and you got a pretty cool hobby-related birthday present. You want to talk about that?
Yes. I got a pressure pot.
Ooh, what is that for people who don't know what a pressure pot is?
And compressor as well. So like a good while ago, like a couple of years ago, I've started to dwell into the wonderful art of joy of pouring resin into silicone molds. And I think it started with me doing bases because I think it was for Frostgrave that I sculpted cobblestone onto bases.
Mhm.
And felt like, okay, I can do this for 15 models, or I can see if I can find a way to duplicate that, because I wanted them all to have those cobblestones.
Yeah.
So doing that is absolutely simple. I can just, you don't have to have any superior technology or anything. It's just silicone, and there are tons of tutorials online. That was pretty simple. And then I started to sculpt more complex things that I wanted to cast.
Yeah.
And I didn't get far with that because I always had bubbles in things. And when you cast resin into silicone, you have the problem that there are air pockets. That the resin is pretty slippery.
Yeah.
But depending on how you have the thing that you want to cast, you fill up the like you take a bottle and you fill it up from with liquid and starts to fill, and the way a bottle is shaped, the air easily goes out, up here.
Yeah.
But if you have something poking out to the side, and the level rises, like there will be air trapped on that side.
Yeah.
And then you can try to, shift your model or shift the mold a bit left and right. Or what I did in the end was poking with sticks left and right and trying to get resin in every corner.
Yeah.
But still, there will always be bubbles. They're different. There are people, for example, Grim Gribbly, who claims that he can cast bubbleless without any additional help, and I believe that he can. But I'm too stupid. I tried vents, I tried all kinds of things, but it doesn't get better. So some of you might know, 2 years ago, I did this thing, this Eldritch icon, and I tried to cast it basically as I sculpted it, and I couldn't think of a head. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to add wings or anything like that. So I cast it, and I wanted to make kind of a save, like in a computer game.
Yeah.
You hit
Save
the save
file.
button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make a save file, so I wanted to make a resin cast of it to work on it and see how it goes, and if I don't like it, scrap it. Those casts turned out pretty shitty. Like there were air pockets and all that shit, and I got frustrated by that and blah blah blah. Long story short, this year my lovely wife organized me a pressure pot. So what a pressure pot is, it's basically a big steel tank in which you put the mold with a liquid resin in, and you put the lid on, and then you pressurize the air inside.
Yeah.
And it can go up to 5 bar, and that results in the air within the tank to be compressed, like pressed together, and that presses all the bubbles together that are within the cast, and that obviously reduces the bubbles to almost zero. And in addition to that, I have also gotten a vacuum pump. So first of all, I suck out all the air to have the resin to flow into each corner as cornery as possible, and then put pressure on so that any left bubbles in there are reduced to as little as possible, and that hopefully leaves me with in the best case flawless casts of resin. And that is great because I want to I think this is the point where I can easily plug it because no one of the other folks has showed up. I did last year and this year, no, the last years I did something called Solstice 28. Where's my sign? Oh, there it is.
Don't worry, I'm about to pull it up.
Yeah. Okay. So Solstice 28 is a charity project of mine where you donate to a good cause. You don't give me the money. You donate to the NGOs themselves directly. You just send me a screenshot
in Synapse Original 4.
Oh,
He is back.
he was quick. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah? No. Yes, I'm here now. Weird shit.
Do it after, when everyone's asleep.
Nick, you
I can
have
turn it
no
off again.
audio.
Flynn is happy if he's just audio.
No. All right, but apparently you have no audio.
What the hell? What the hell? Oh, the 5th member! Oh, okay, here's what happened. I don't know why it happened, but I made all these changes to my settings in OBS. Then OBS crashed. And then when I reopened OBS, all my settings were back to what they were, including my mic being turned off. Wow. Wow. This is what you pay the big bucks for. This is if anyone made the mistake of like, Marco, are you talking to us in your car? You're talking to us in your car, you bastard. You said you wouldn't.
Yes. Why wouldn't I? I'm not typing. I'm not typing.
Absolute mad lad.
You're driving. Oh my god. Okay.
Yes.
This is
It's legal in Germany to
bad.
have a phone
We've
call.
got like video evidence of a crime being committed, I think, here. I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna keep moving. Yeah, so if you made the mistake of discovering the Creature Conference with our very super professional, everything went according to plan interview with Mark Gibbons, which was episode 100, our last episode, I'm sure you are shocked and appalled, frankly, to discover what an absolute Scheisefest this place is normally. But this is very
Oh.
much par for the course, what you're seeing right here. Everything
We are
breaks.
known as the
What?
I think this-
one-period shit show.
I think this is the price we pay for having the last time absolutely no issues at all.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yes. If we
When
had
it
had
mattered
issues.
most,
What?
when it mattered most, we were there, huh?
Exactly. I agree. And that was when it mattered most. In fact, if you're tuning into this and for some reason you missed that stream, you really got to go back and check episode 100 because we talked to Mark Gibbons and he was amazing. It was really cool. Okay, back to the action. Hammer, are you there?
Yes, I am here now.
Sweet. We can hear you. Can you run the chat
Yes.
and then I'll take care of the stuff. Okay, friends, I think we're finally back on. I'm gonna observe this by opening a little bit of German tea that I have here. Marco, I have some Edringer Weissbier Dunkel. Private Brauerei. I don't know what that is.
You know what Weissbier Dunkel means? It means white beer dark, which makes no sense at all.
Oh, it's so tasty though. Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Mhm.
Cheers, Prost!
Prost!
So rich like a little steak.
What?
So nutritious as a little steak.
Yes. This is my dinner. Because apparently Nora texted me while we were streaming and said, hey, I'm at this restaurant. Do you want any food? And of course I didn't respond because we were streaming and now I have
Oh, no!
Okay, back to the action. So what we're doing here is we're doing a Tyranid award show. If you only tuned into the stream right here, congratulations, because you missed one category, but you missed a whole lot of bullshit. First category was best artwork illustration. Now we're getting into best painted for Junestealer 2023.
Yes.
And first up, in third place for best painted, we have, drumroll. Oh, I lost my sign. Tears of Envy! Woo! So, if you don't know Tears of Envy, she does some really cool 40K inspired like action figures, like looking like Star Wars action figures. But she also did these really awesome Genestealer cultists for Junestealer with a very fetch. Oh, they're Orc Genestealer cultists. So she took the prompt, which is non-human DNA, and decided to go with Orc Genestealer cultists. So this is pretty cool. Simon, what do you think of these?
I always loved the idea of Orc Genestealer cultists. And I think that's glorious. I think they actually had models, and she, especially this one, this aberrant one, like looks really, really creepy. The old ones were like all the old orcs, pretty goofy and a little bit funny and funny faces, and these are freaking scary.
Yeah.
I mean, the orcs have like have weird names for Genestealers, if I recall it correctly. Like
I don't
they're
remember
actually
that.
scared. Like I think they're called lictor spooks or something like that.
Mhm.
So they're actually afraid, or kind of, at least back in the days, they used to be kind of spooked and afraid of Tyranids. And looking at those, yeah, that really, it really works as freaking freaky. Oh, I don't want to meet them.
Oh, Marco, what do you think?
I sadly can't see it right now while I'm driving.
Oh, okay.
But I can add to this discussion that I just was immersing myself more into Genestealer cult lore, and I learned that Genestealer cults usually don't work in Orc society because the Orcs smell that those guys aren't really orky. But of course, we love the idea. Of course, we love the variety of it. And I need to look it up right back when I'm home, because what Simon said, all right, up into my alley. I don't really think the goofy orc still fits into the 40K universe anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm totally interested to see it again.
I think that's a lame excuse to retcon the orc stealers.
There's two
the orcs
reasons.
hybrids. It's like they suddenly can smell that they behave different. They are perfect to blend in, and they psychically manipulate everyone around them, psychically and biological.
Yeah.
And suddenly the orcs can smell that they smell different.
There's-
Doesn't buy it. You don't buy it?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't buy it.
the reasoning is that Genestealer cards are perfectly suited for humanity because with all the other races it doesn't work as well, which I think is an okay thinking.
I think that's a lame thinking.
I
think
can
that's
I can
that's
see
very
both sides, but
actual-
I like the
actual
idea of different hybrids, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
one of the reasons they've actually given for the orcs is it's the long reproduction period times for them.
Mhm.
So it's instead of it being like humans where it's like 16 to 18 years and they're reproducing, orcs take a very long time. It's the spores they need to reproduce, and any that do get infected with the initial Genestealer kiss, those are like they start acting differently. They start acting less orky, so they
Okay.
get killed before they're able to reproduce. That's why it's very uncommon.
Okay,
for-
well, I don't know. Whatever. I'm with Simon in that I don't want Fluff to explain away cool hybrids from other races. But I can see that there are some like Fluff explanations. I also am thinking that we should keep moving because
Yeah.
we've burned a lot of time. But yes, congratulations, Tears of Envy, 3rd place in the best painted category.
Yay!
Yay! Woo! And Marco, we've got all the links in the chat here, so you can go and check them out.
Thanks.
On Discord. All right, next up. Oh, and definitely check out Tears of Envy's profile because like she does really cool stuff like this and like this, where she takes like I think she prints the characters, the action figures, but she makes like old 80s 90s style action figures for like classic Rogue Trader 40k. So it's pretty damn cool. So make sure you check out her profile. All right, on to second place for best painted. We have non-standard template construct, a friend of the stream. Of the competitions. Non-standard has, I think, participated in almost all of our Warp Shadow. Lynn, do you remember? Is it all of them? The Warp Shadow
Yeah, I
events?
think we found them during one of the Nidvember. We stumbled across them during Nidvember.
Oh yeah, when they made
think
that
it's
giant, insane Biotitan with like all these bits. Anyway, so we've got
with one of
a lock saddle hybrid. Lock saddle is the they're like 40k lizardmen kind of, and this looks very reminiscent of the illustration of a lock saddle from the Xenology whatever book. I've got it over there, where it's like climbing on the wall and it's got this like gun stuff like mounted on its back. Hydra, did you want to say anything about this?
It was one of the creatures when it was described in the story that I had a really hard time as a not native speaker to wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
How it worked and those weird weapon packs on the back, and it was frightening in the books and it was cool, but I could never see it as a miniature. And when I saw this, I was totally blown away because it's so on point. And then combined with a Genestealer hybrid, I just love it.
Wicked. Some stuff up. There we go. Yeah, so congratulations on standard template construct. I really like the posing of it as well. That you have it like crawling down the wall. That's really cool. Super happy with that thing, and congratulations on being in second place for best painted. Marco, I'd ask you about it, but you're driving.
Yeah.
Glenn, do you want any quick notes you wanted to share about this?
Seeing the unpainted version was cool, but seeing how it got painted and all that pulled everything together was just amazing. It's just like the blues, the oranges, the little bit like the green accents on like the venting, the ribbing works really well.
Awesome, thanks. All right, next up, in first place, top prize for best painted, we have Nephilim painting, woo! With a badass Genestealer aberrant, Junestealer called Aberrant with a big ass bone sword. Pretty damn cool. Really cool painting on this, like kind of like mottled skin, a lot of shadows and highlights playing into this. I really was happy with this one. Lynn, what do you have to say about this?
It's the subtle details put in there to bring out the carapace on the arms, the way the bone sword's been added in. Just if you look at the back, the way they've done the muscle texture is just superb. Like, just one thing I want to point out, I abstained from all voting in regards to Junestealer and Nidvember this year because I was the one who's bringing all the entries together and got everyone else in the Discord and everything to vote on it, because I felt if I'm the one who's just pulling in like the madness of it all, I would be one-sided. I did throw some of my stuff in there for comparisons to be there for, but with no intention of winning. It was just as a comparison thing and also to get some feedback.
Okay, and how does that relate to this one?
This one, it was just, as I was saying, so I've got nothing in the voting. I really do like this one. For me, if I was voting, it would be quite very close between non-standard and Nephilim. But there's just so many, just a little bit more intricacies in this paint job that just brings it up a little bit, just a bit higher.
Yep. Yeah, no, I love it. Simon, what do you think?
This reflection game, as I would call it, is so well played that when the picture was still loading, I thought it was just covered in almost lac paint.
Oh, lacquer? Like glossy?
Yeah, like a very glossy paint that I thought, okay, this looks very easily painted, and it took me a while to realize that all those reflections were painted.
Yeah.
And that really, like, I've never thought about the no, I put it differently. I have always dry brushed the skin of my Tyranids. Therefore, I've always considered that their skin would somewhat be dry. And like with Alien, they're very, slick and slimy. And seeing this makes me rethink my my understanding of Tyranid skin. Like, it should be glossy and it should be slicky. And slimy. Love it.
Nice. All right, congratulations, Nephilim painting. All right, I'm just going to keep moving because we're tight on time. So next up, we have the converted category. So first up in the converted category, in third place, we have our own High Fleet Bargeist, good friend of the channel. And wait, why were we talking about Bargeist earlier?
Nope.
Oh, because Bargeist converted a miniature for the 5th member.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Bargeist created this, it called the Favored Son. Says, living weapon of a Junestealer cult, stranded inside a region of space equivalent to a cosmic lobster trap, or Sargasso Sea. Cult has become a monstrous fusion of chaos cult and Junestealer infestation. I love that idea. Twisted by the aftermath of devastating conflicts, the aggressive genetics of Tyranids, and the conscious meddling of cult Medicae clades. So yeah, you can go check out the rest of the lore over on Bargeist's profile. Sorry, who's that? Was that Flynn? Was that Hydra?
Flynn?
But I was going to say, Bargeist has done quite a lot of other small conversions during Nidvember. So there's loads. It was not just to go, Bargeist is picking Bargeist. I just chose one to put into this list. But he has done quite a few. There's a Vespid as well he's done. So there's quite a few other Junestealer conversions that he did during the month. So
yes,
definitely
check out High Fleet Bargeist's profile. Here's the Vespid I just pulled up. It's pretty cool. And I love that, like, Bargeist always goes for, I tend to favor chonky boys, and I feel like Bargeist always favors lanky boys, like skinny, long, elegant kind of looking creatures. Spindly, yeah. Like, I've got my my baby Lictor here that I will finish one day. This was inspired by Bargeist because Bargeist makes a lanky, weird little Lictor Boy, and I was like, that is amazing. So yeah, love this Barghest. Love the crazy talons on it. Marco, you got anything you want to say about Barghest in general?
He's a great guy. Pillar of the community. Love his
Nice.
work, and the thing about the spindly knits is very well observed.
Sweet. Simon, did you want to say something about this one?
Yeah, just like the orcs, I love that he's going back to an old concept, Genestealer cult concept. Like
Yeah.
having chaos cultists blend with Genestealer cultists is like very old.
Yeah.
And has been probably like the orc Genestealer cult's been retconned and kind of written out, which is really sad. And I love that he's taking this spin on it. Like to me, for a very long time, chaos cultists have been very blunt and very stupid and very predictable. You could always tell them from them taking a knife and cutting an 8-folded star into their forehead, and then they're that's how they roll. But like throughout different novels, they are depicted so differently, and I think it is in the one of the Horus Heresy books where it's all about the assassins, where the Chaos dudes suddenly have a Chaos assassin, and he's called Speer, and he's so freaking creepy. And looking at Barghest makes me think of Speer, which is, Chaos is not just we have horns everywhere, but they can be freaking creepy and creeping into the backside of your brain. And Barghest, combines Tyranid menace with Chaos menace, and that's pretty creepy.
Yes, and I think that like one of the bits of Tyranid fluff that I like the least is that they can't be infected by Chaos. I think that's like an official part of their fluff now. That it's like they're resistant to Chaos taint, and I think that's boring. I think some of the coolest ideas I've heard are people who are like, my Hive Fleet got trapped in the Eye of the Warp, and then it came Eye of Terror, and then it came out and it was all messed up. I'm like, I love that. I think that's great. Oh, Marco, did you have something you wanted to contribute? Or?
No. I just want to say I'm home now. I'm super knackered and tired. I'll definitely be looking up the winners tomorrow in the morning, just to see them again once more. Thanks that I could hop in for a short while, and yeah, see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for dropping in.
Thanks, man.
All hail the Hive Man. See ya.
See ya.
See you well.
All right. Flynn, do you want to turn on your camera? I don't know if you want to, but risking fate.
I don't trust.
Tempting fate.
Yeah, that's tempting fate, because all I'm mentioning right now is the fifth member, like those old people at the telephone exchanges where they're pulling out cables and pushing them back into different slots. What I'm imagining. So I don't want to tempt fate at the moment.
All right. Well, it'll just be Simon's beautiful face then, looking at something he's working on. Oh, lovely. I love it. All right. Second place for Best Converted, we have Stellae Facium. I never know how to pronounce this. So Stellae Facium did a number of different conversions for Junestealer. You should absolutely go check out their profile. Check out all their different things. A bunch of horses, actually. And this horse is the horse that ruled them all. So second place for Best Converted goes to this. I have only Majestic Equines. As a result, it has also been dubbed Horrible Horse Month at my house. Based on an Ossiarch Bone Reaper horse with lots of sculpting and some gaunt arms. So I just think this is so friggin' cool. Simon, what do you think?
Yeah, I have not seen this before, and now my life is better.
Mm-hmm.
This is freaking amazing. I mean, the Ossiarch Bone Reaper range has been, of course, for reasons, been compared to the Tyranid range.
Yep.
But going for a horse, that's so cool.
Yeah, I love the Ossiarch Bone Reapers, and it's clear now how well they work with Tyranids. Flinthammer?
Yeah, it's great. It's just seeing them work on so many different ones was great. Like, they've got their another Junestealer horse, which bears quite a lot of resemblance to Sleipnir from Norse mythology.
Norse mythology, Odin. Yeah, I just pulled that one up.
So Odin's horse, Loki's child. It just seems fitting as well for Tyranids. It's just the way it's been done. Just the idea behind taking the non-human side of it to being Xenos, but just going for horses as well. I just think it's a great idea for it.
That's a good point. Yeah. Actually,
the
that
whole
brings
thing
up
was
a
anything about
comment
humans.
that sorry, some comments that I wanted to bring up in the chat quickly. Hajan commented earlier saying that Genestealers work on fauna, so they infest fauna, and that not flora, and orcs are fungi, and thus they're in between fauna and flora. So maybe they're more like a plant than a human, and Genestealers don't infest plants. But then Vermis was saying, I can't remember where we hashed this out, but as orcoids carry the genomes of every other orcoid type in their spores, an orc Genestealer cult wouldn't be gradual corruption, but pumping out all sorts of hybrids and even pure strains right from the start. So it might take a long time, but once it took, it would have been exploding. So thanks for those comments, friends. Yeah, so Stellafasium did a lot of really cool conversions, but I think the OCRC one is the strongest for me. I really like it. So congratulations on being second place for best converted for Junestealer 2023. And finally, for converted, first place we have Borneo 424, otherwise known as the Croot Master. Borneo does all kinds of tall, lanky folks for conversions, and here we have a Croot Hound Genestealer hybrid, which I think is super cool. Hydra, what do you think of this?
I am torn. No, I like it, but the face is a little bit goofy, tiny bit.
Okay.
Because the mouth almost make it look like a puppet from the puppet show.
Yeah, the Muppet.
Yeah, but the dynamics and everything is great. I just need to get this on the go.
Linhammer, how do you feel about this one?
So I don't like it. It takes the theme. It's not just gone for being, I'm going to do a Croot, gone for a Croot Hound instead.
Yeah.
So it's just even gone for a subsection of it even further. It's done the fingers instead of having like the weird mutations as an extra arm or anything. It's gone for the little underclaws taken from the whole Hormigant stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just the longest out. It takes quite a lot of different elements into it. And it doesn't look like I've just slapped a head or I've slapped a head pressed on.
True. No, I really like this guy. Yeah. But I am a lover of Borneo, so I'm probably a convert. Yeah. But I think it's pretty cool. And like I also like that though it's a Croot Hound, he hasn't kept it in the houndy pose. It's more upright, which is pretty cool. Thing right now so that I don't ruin best overall, because the next thing that we need to do here is best overall for Junestealer. So just hang on for a moment.
Doozy.
It's a doozy. I'll be right back. My video is going to cut out, but I'll still be here. I just hope I don't have to screw around with my camera after.
More fifth member problems.
Shut up! Don't jinx me. No, don't do it.
The fifth member.
Survey says, and I'm back. Look at that. Fantastic. Barely any downtime. All right. I think Simon is dealing with some family, possible child-related stuff. Am I in focus? I don't know if I'm in focus. I am not in focus. Whoop. There we go. Oh, wait. I forgot that shows. All right. So, oh man, I don't know if I should wait. We're going to run out of time, so I don't want to wait till Simon comes back. Oh, but look, now we can look at his video and we can see there's a Nikki Clie print there on the wall. He's got a Still Tower print. I don't know, some other stuff. All right, we're not going to wait. We're going to go for it. You ready, Flinthammer?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Vermis just said, oh, remember the puppets from Labyrinth, the ones that could pop off their limbs and heads and things? Yeah, what are they? What? Why am I? Oh, sorry, hold on. Those the Fireys or something. Those guys scared the crap out of me when I was a baby or when I was a kid watching it. The like red ones with the funky hair. I think Savage Orc guy, Suggs painted one. But yeah, the head does kind of look like those guys from the Labyrinth, those puppets.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, back to it. Junestealer. So we've gone through the best art category. We've gone through the best painted category. We've gone through the best converted category. But there's one final category, which is the equivalent of the Slayer Sword for Junestealer, which is best overall. And the winner for best overall is Vermis! Our very own Vermis, who's actually in the chat. Because, like, oh my god. Vermis, like, meets out cute little bits of amazing art to us over the span of months. But for some reason, the spirit of Junestealer got into Vermis for June, and Vermis hit us with a pile of Junestealer art. That one's not showing up. We got this, Monday's Childless Fair Face. Look at that amazing art. We got this cute Junestealer Tribble thing. We got this flesh cape joke about Death Leaper shaking his flesh cape. We got this cutie. I like him. We got Crude Stealer.
Toad Stealer.
Oh, I forgot about this one. Oh, wait, then we're back to Milliput. Right. Hold on.
This Toad Stealer after that.
Toad Stealer? Is it not showing me all of them?
Are you on his page?
I'm gonna go back to his page. I thought that this was gonna show me everything, but
oh, you are on his page. No, it's after the Milliput, so he's a break with Milliput.
Oh, sorry. Okay. The Milliput threw me off. So we've got Toad Stealer, like from Mario. We've got. Oh my god, it gives me pain. This one's so hot. Is this a Crude Stealer?
It's a Crude Stealer, yeah.
God, I love it. Vermis, I want to buy that one. I hope you didn't throw it out. Then we got this cute dude.
The Digimon
this
one,
one's
yeah.
Beautiful. Is this Tau?
Which one?
Yeah, I think this is Tau. Tau Stealer, beautifully rendered. We've got a Genestealer hybrid. I don't know what race that is, but it looks like a
Is it the monkey one?
Oh, it's a plug-in. It's a plug-in hybrid. Yeah, it looks kind of monkey-ish or dinosaur-ish.
Yeah, that's the Jacaro one, I think he was doing, or the Orc one who's did.
Oh, well, we got so many to choose from. We've got the Doggy Stealer. Corgi. It's a Corgi Stealer.
That's it, yeah.
The best. And then this is Brain Bug. This might be Eldar.
Yeah.
The Orc. Man, look at how good this is. Like, and also look at, like, hold on, we're almost there. And this is the first one, Junestealer 2023, hooray! So let's just go through those and, like, look at all the different styles that these are done in. Like, this is one artist doing all of these different styles. Like, how cool is that? So it might be controversial to give best overall to something that wasn't a model, but I think that Vermis absolutely deserved it for this, because just like the vast range of cool Junestealer stuff that you shared. So I'm glad you're here, buddy. Thank you so much for your contributions to Junestealer, and thank you for finishing Junestealer with a comic that had Pinky in it. Hammer?
People might think that, hang on a minute, he didn't place in any of the categories. Why is this person won over best overall? So we made the decision for best overall would be outside of all the other sections, unlike how we did Nidvember last year.
Yeah.
Well, this year when we did the awards. Yeah, we're behind. But we decided to be its own sections, like how they did with what was it, Armies on Parade. They had their own section for overall. So it's that if you want, and I think overall,
that I love doing it in a way that more people are recognized. I don't know that someone needs to win a gold and a best overall. Wait, oh yeah, Slayer Sword. I guess do you win gold and then you win the Slayer Sword as well? I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I think that's overkill. So yeah, I was glad we did it this way because like this is just phenomenal. Hydra, do you want to say some stuff about the Vermis, all the various hybrid Genestealer stuff that came out?
I can sum it up in just saying that I love every bit about it. And that I feel like all the time I come up with, I draw something for Junestealer, Nidvember, whatever. And then a day later, Vermis posts his stuff, and I always feel like, okay, we should just have him do it because his stuff looks so cool.
Actually, Vermis did our very first Junestealer.
I know. I
Illustration.
remember that as well.
And I may or may not have taken. Wait, we didn't see this one, did we? I missed one. Hold on, let me check.
I don't know which one. Oh, are you seeing the one that's faded in black?
Oh, the
You zoom
faded
in
black
on
one's
that
hard
one.
to see. No, I thought that maybe he did it somewhere else, but he did like this like little angry Genestealer dude. Hold on. Bear with. Fuck, how do I do this?
Oh, go down. Yeah, I know which one you're on about. If you go down a little bit.
This cute little
Down.
angry Genestealer dude who looks like an angry familiar, and I made stickers of him. And yeah, they're awesome. But yeah, Vermis also drew when we first did Junestealer in 2022. Vermis did our Junestealer 2022 logo.
Yeah, he did the 2022, but Hydra did the 2021 logo when we first did it.
We did it 2021?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh crap, I didn't print that one. Forgot about that one. All right, so congratulations, Vermis. Best overall for Junestealer. I think well deserved. And so glad you're here to receive the award. I'm trying to make actual awards for it. We'll see what happens. Deshande says I want the stick figure one as a sticker. That would be cool. I could do that. If Vermis is down,
Yes.
I could print it. I want to print a sticker of all these, but yeah, the stick figure one. I want to do it in some like vibrant color or something though. Okay, so that is Junestealer for 2023. Congratulations to all the winners. And now let's quickly move on to Nidvember because I realize we are getting late.
So very quickly, Paul.
What's the first one you sent?
So the first one is the actual Nidvember poster. I thought we would have a little bit more time between.
But Nidvember, created by Deshande, who's in the chat. This art was created by Deshande to celebrate the Feast of Ogrim. The theme for Nidvember, as I briefly mentioned before, was non-combat Tyranids. The idea is Tyranids have won on the planet Ogrim. They destroyed the Space Marines. We got all our cool new models. And now they're taking to digesting the planet with a bunch of non-combat organisms that help digest it or move around resources. And that was the theme. So we have 3 categories for this. We have best painted, best converted, and then we have best what's the word I'm looking for? Rendering of the theme?
Yeah. So best how you interpret the theme.
Yes.
Now, one thing I just want to add in, there were so many entries for so many different sections this time for Nidvember because loads of people used the hashtag for Nidvember and everyone got hands on the new stuff. Now, we've also, so a lot of this was narrowed down by the Discord, and then the stream hosts narrowed it down even further to the winners. And then we also do have highly commended for some areas of. They made it through the first section. They got votes from some of the hosts, but they didn't get far enough to place. But they were put down as highly commended.
Yeah, so like honorable mention sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to start with highly commended for best. First, we're going to start with best painted. Then we're going to do best converted. And then we're going to do best interpretation of the theme. And then finally, we're going to do best overall, like we did for Junestealer. So first up, for painted, we have a highly commended honorable mention going to Sherman Bishop, otherwise known as the granddaddy of all of us Tyranid converters. If you don't know Sherman Bishop, you need to go and check out SW Bishop on Instagram. Sherman was converting Tyranids when we were all in Tyranid diapers, and getting featured in White Dwarf, making cool, like, big monstrous creatures out of metal miniatures. So this is Sherman's conversion. He's High Fleet Harbinger, which is his High Fleet, which is pretty famous. And this one is a... Does he say what it is?
So it's a Carnifex variance, not seen in other fleets, he says.
Yeah, and
So also...
it should be noted that in Sherman's fleet, all the Tyranids have 8 limbs instead of 6 limbs. So this is a 8-limbed Carnifex with some Haruspex claws and an awesome Psychophage mouth. I think it looks really cool. Some gross saliva. What do you think, Simon?
I just love it. I just can see how those crab things stuff things in the mouth.
Yeah.
Also, I absolutely love the idea, the way he's just like taken the Psychophage and the new Screamer Killer and throwing them together and changed everything up really works. And I've always thought, because I've even done it myself now with those, using the talons from the Screamer Killer as legs, works really well.
Yeah.
Also, if anyone's interested, we did have Shaman on the stream a while ago.
Do you have the link? Can you put it in there?
That's what I'm looking for right now. But he does go over like what some of inspiration and all that stuff when we spoke to him. I know it was quite a while ago, so I can't remember all the details. Yeah, he's definitely worth listening to if you want to listen to it as a podcast, or definitely watch along for it as well.
Yeah, and Alam dropped off. Sorry, Alam, going a little late, but glad you could join us. Yeah. All right, so that's third place. Oh no, sorry, that's best commended, best mentioned for best painted. Next, we have third place for best painted, and it's... Oh no, it's Alam. He just dropped off. He just missed it. Alam in third place with his converted Screamer Killer. And there's like a really interesting face on this one using one of my favorite Carnifex pieces. So it's got a wide open mouth for gobbling things down. Interesting head carapace there. And I really love the colors on this. They're just beautiful and so vibrant and very unique. I haven't seen any other Tyranids painted like this. Lynn, what do you think?
I like the tropical vibe. Like that, looking at that head, I normally can place the bits used, and I really just can't place what bits he's used, if he's sculpted it himself or not.
Mm-hmm.
If he's sculpted himself, it's really well done because it does.
I think there's
like
some sculpting in there.
Yeah, because I can't tell what is a bit and what's not. If it is, it's just really good. Like definitely got the coconut crab vibe look to it, but it doesn't have that whole wavy line in the dots.
Yeah,
look to it. Which I, to be honest, I don't like the coconut crab look.
Well, I'd say this is different than coconut crab, because coconut crab, you're right, it has like 3 different color. This is more just speckled.
And that's why I really like this one, because it's not. It's got a crab feel to it, but it's not that crab coconut look. I really like this.
Nice. Hydra?
I like that, aside from the paint job, that the different head is taking away the attention from the head. You have like no place to look for, and therefore you concentrate, especially from the front view, you concentrate more on the on those arms, and you can really see how these will slash from left to right.
Yeah.
And that is a very powerful pose.
Definitely. No, I love it. Great work, Alam. All right, next up, I'm pretty sure that's Alam. Next up, second place in best painted, we have T-Will. So this one I actually missed early on. Nasty bugs. So they're neurogants. Size of a man, quite harmless as far as Tyranids go. If zoanthropes are the murderous supercomputers of the high mind, then these bugs are the cowardly smartphones. They mostly redirect, strengthen, or scatter the signals of stronger psychic bugs to act as communication, scan planets' crust for hidden water, oil deposits, Redirects to Ripper Swarms far away. Cool. So they're basically like walking, talking synapse relays. Or
They're,
go
they're
ahead.
like neuro gaunts, but there's not like combaty neuro gaunts. So they're just purely designed for relaying information across a planet once it's been devoured, or
Yep.
during the devouring stage, is what I just imagine with it.
And
He's obviously not
interesting that
calling
it
gaunts.
seems like Tillwell designed them themselves in Blender.
Yeah.
And Maya. That's
Maya
like real
and
deal
Blender.
3D shit. That's like the people who work in SFX use Maya. That's what Lord of the Rings was done in.
Yeah.
No, they're really neat. Flynn, anything else you want to say about them?
To be honest, I really like the different head crests on them and how it's painted. Like, even though it's like it looks like it's a simple paint job, there is little subtleties done to it that elevated it a bit higher.
Yeah.
Than other ones. So,
Cool.
and it was just I think base also the contrast with the skin and the base as well, just adds to it.
Yes. Hydra, what do you think?
I love the concept. When I first saw them, I was like, okay, these almost look like epic zoanthropes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're tiny zoanthropes, and that's what they're supposed to be. And I like that they have all those limbs like being atavistic, like they're so very tiny. They don't play any role, and you can just see that they're floating brains, and yeah, it sells very, very well. And I was straining my brain to figure out what bits were used, but
Me too.
When they were designing it themselves, that's awesome. That is really cool. If you're able to do that, no one's stopping you now.
Yeah. All right, awesome. So that's second for Best Painted, and first place for Best Painted we have Chris Seed of the possibly a little bit famous High Fleet Monarch, which is a really, really beautiful scheme that Chris does on his Tyranids, taking kind of like Monarch butterfly patterning and applying it to Tyranids. This is a conversion to kind of recreate the old school Carnifex feel, the 3rd edition one. I don't know that this actually uses 3rd edition parts or if it's mostly plastic bits. But cool conversion and an absolutely beautiful paint scheme. Hydra, what do you think of this?
Yeah, in the beginning I was like, okay, this is when I first saw the picture, I was like, well, I thought that it almost looks pretty basic. And then I saw the patterns were painted on, and when you flick through the pictures, it gets more and more complex. And I just love the twist on the Kraken scheme.
Yeah.
Done here, like it's red and bones, and some greens, but with a complete mind-blowing, how you call that, cell shading that's happening on the head. So this is painted on. This is not sculpted on, and it makes it look so amazing.
So in the description, he says that he did use a 3rd edition Carnifex torso, but he used plastic Hive Tyrant legs, green stuff to extend the tail, Harspec scythe tail, Hormigaunt tail nodules. Okay, cool. Flynn, what do you think about this model?
It was at first look like it's just like, oh yeah, it's just a Kraken scheme. But the more you look, even looking at it now, I'm seeing other details I didn't see, like little ringlets here on the head carapace, I don't even know the lines on that, the claws and the horn. There's just so many little intricate details in this. And that's favorite word for me at the moment. But it's just the more you look at it, the more you see the added effort that has just gone into this.
Yep.
And you can also see why it lives up to the name of the monarch butterfly. How much like the coloring and everything. It's brilliant. Definitely deserved winner. Just
so cool. And like you need to, like, if you haven't seen Chris Seed's stuff, you just need to get over to his profile, because he's got all kinds of and he breaks down like how he did conversions for stuff. Like super cool Tyranids with this very intense scheme. So yeah, go check it out. Awesome. So that first place for best painted. Congratulations, Chris. Well done. Next, we move on to converted. So third place for best converted, we have High Fleet Diac. Wait, this isn't the right miniature.
This is the one. Hang on. Wait, hang on. No, I think it's got both of them. Wait. No, it's
Isn't
the
this
Lictor one.
supposed
Sorry.
to be the miniature that we're doing
No,
here?
it is, but
Wait, I
that
thought we
was it.
hold on. We got a bit of a moonlight slash. Oh no, okay, we got it right.
Yeah, it was the Lictor, Death Leaper one. Sorry, that
yes,
wasn't me
so-
being like, I wish it was a strike. That was me just.
Yeah, so Flinthammer's
posting the
obsessed with
wrong link.
Shrikes. That's why we mistakenly did the winged one first. But Flinthammer also liked that miniature. But for third place, for best converted, High Fleet Diaconus with this amazing conversion of a Death Leaper. Just like totally busting it. Actually leaping and bringing death to you. There may have been a tie for third place for best converted. And what edged this model out over the other possible third place model is that I sent this to Philip Hawking, who is the creator of Death Leaper. He's the actual Citadel sculptor who created Death Leaper and the Lictor. And I'm like, dude, check out this conversion. And he said, that's really weird, man. That is what the concept sketch looked like for this model. So through the beauty of the hive mind and Synapse or whatever, High Fleet Diaconus read the mind of the designer who designed the Death Leaper model and remade the concept sketch without even seeing it. So that feels like it deserves to be in third. Hydra, what do you think?
If the original Death Leaper would have looked like this, I even might have taken the coat.
Oh, you would have accepted the cloak?
Yep.
Oh, so he sold you on the cloak. That's a good comment. Lynn, what do you think?
It's just the more I look at it, it's just the added movement to it. Just brings it off being the here I am sounding on a tactical piece of piping and actually makes it more in line with like the new Lictor and the Von Ryan Leapers, rather than it being the staticky pose of here I am a character model, paint, this is how you do with it.
Yeah.
Just give
Also,
more
like for me,
behind
the
it.
talons, this sells the talon pose. Like when it's just standing there, I feel like the talons are a little kind of all over the place. But now it looks like it's actually like attacking someone with.
He's also done a little bit, and I mean a little bit of work on the talons, because you can see a little bit of green stuff.
Yeah, so he eliminated
in
the thing that
between.
pisses me off. If you follow the talons, it goes like this, then it goes up a bit, and then it goes like that. He just made it so it's all in one line. I really like that. That's the green stuff on the top section. Because on the existing
couldn't
model,
even
it does a
tell.
weird thing where it like goes up and then out. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. Okay,
To say,
cool. So that's third place. Man, if that was third place, who's going to get second and first? Holy cow. Second place for best converted for Nidvember 2023. Quarantine Miniatures. I kind of spoiled it. Brett, were you paying attention? Congratulations, Brett. I think Brett was in the chat. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he did this really, really creepy Tyrannifex. All of Brett's Tyranids are creepy, but this one kind of takes it to new creepy levels. So congratulations, Brett. This is amazing. Hydra, what do you think?
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up.
Oh yeah, it's catch up.
Linhammer, what do you think?
I forgot. I forgot about this. It's just the horror aspect to it is just and if Marco was still here, it'd be one of his favorite things.
Yeah, horrific gun beast. That's right up Marco's alley.
Oh, it was the other thing about the gun beast.
Oh, that it has a sphincter?
Nope. Gun.
What? Big gun?
Dick gun.
Oh, dick. Okay. All right. Easy there. Let's not get demonetized. We're not even monetized.
Unless you can't hear it.
There we go. Oh, this is gonna make more sense. So when I go like this. There we go. Yeah, no, I love this. Has it caught up for you yet, Hydra?
Yes.
What do you have to say?
Again, it is incredible how human features turn something even more creepier.
Yeah.
Because this thing has a nose, and suddenly it gets more weird. I mean,
Yeah.
the front limbs with their weird angles are already pretty weird, but yeah, the whole face is just brilliant. The way those eyes kind of stick out and look forward, not sideways, make absolutely sense for a predator. And this nose-like feature is amazing. Then the asymmetrical tongue that's sticking out, like doesn't know where it belongs. It's still flapping
Yes.
back and forth. Yeah, it's a grand model. All the miniatures that Brett does are very horrific, and he does a great job of putting back the horror into the Nids. But this really stands out because he usually just removes the facial features, and here he kind of adds to them and twists them, and that's just great.
Excellent work, Brett. I also love, I don't know why, but for me, with the way Brett's done this, the horn makes more sense. I feel like when I see a horn on like a normal terrain effects, I'm like, what's it going to do with that horn? But like, I don't know, for some reason with the way those limbs are, like I picture this thing could like really like kneel down and then like rear up and nail someone with that horn. Awesome.
Yeah, it's especially when you look at it from the side, the silhouette suddenly makes sense when you're following down the line of the horn.
Yeah.
It draws the line is drawn into the mouth.
Yeah.
And that really is that's great.
Flynn, did you comment on this one?
Yeah, I just forgot even about the nose bit. It's just like
We did, right?
it's Brett always puts like a skull face to every Tyranid. Normally he
Yeah.
just gets a skull and puts it on. This time he sculpted this one as well, but it's just as yeah, amazing. And
I'm
it's also
glad that he added those eyes. Those eyes are super creepy. Rue D was saying that it's a little bit like an anglerfish, I think, with those eyes and also with like the horn. So I'm glad that it wasn't just a straight up skull for this one. All right,
Yeah.
and that second place for best converted. So what the heck is first? Let's see. Thrifty Squirrel, first place for best converted with his new take on a Malceptor. So this is like a really funky kind of like flying, twisting around a piece of terrain Malceptor with these cool like kind of wing covers on the back that expose the brains. I think it's really cool that they're not wing covers, they're brain covers. See, there you go. Everyone's complaining that on like the Norn Emissary and on the Neurolictor, they got a brain right in the front middle of their head. They're gonna get shot. Thrifty Squirrel thought about that, and he's got little armored carapaces that swing down and cover the brains, which was a good call. Flynn, what do you think of this one?
But it's not even just like the little intricacies of that he's done. It's the fact that the tail is wrapped around it is a Tyranid's capillary tower that has been hand sculpted.
From scratch, yeah.
That's from scratch. It is just so much has gone into this, like little details here or there, how to accentuate. And it's just like we've had the script pattern, Malaceptor.
Yeah.
Maybe we've got the thrifty pattern, Malaceptor.
This is really cool because it is the case that Scriv Paints came up with a conversion for a Malceptor, and it became kind of like the de facto Malceptor that everyone builds. But with this is something completely new and different, and it takes it in a brand new direction. Like they're like cool mandibles, like I don't know. I think it's amazing. And yeah, also a little bit of thrifty flexing a little bit there with being like, oh, I'm just gonna sculpt a piece of Tyranid terrain, no big deal. Like whatever, it's cool. So great work, Thrifty Squirrel. Simon, what do you think?
I love when a model shows its function, not because it's like in action, but because you can immediately understand how it's supposed to work. And I think something that transforms during like in action in the battle is very hard to depict.
Yeah.
And what he did with those brain lids is just perfect. It's just spot on. When it's used, they fold up and then they blast or whatever they do. And when they're not in use, they just shut down. And it's all there. You can see in that model how it works, and that's brilliant.
And anyone who's wondered about epoxy sculpt, should you be using epoxy sculpt? This is all sculpted in epoxy sculpt. There's no green stuff here. Thrifty does almost all of his work using epoxy. So this is a great vote of confidence for sculpting in pure epoxy sculpt. So congratulations, Thrifty Squirrel. Is Thrifty here? I don't know if Thrifty's here. I don't think so. Oh, well. Yeah, first place for Best Converted. Great work, buddy. All right. And now we have the penultimate category. That's the second last category, which is Best Theme. And then after that, we have just Best Overall. So first up, honorable mention for Best Theme for having created... Oh, what? Oh, it went into the wrong window. For having created non-combat Tyranid scenery, not using putty, not using plastic, using friggin' wood, we have Dan Kaplinger, Kaplinger Carves, who created this capillary spire tower with some eggs using wood. He literally carved this out of wood, which is super impressive. Do you have it up there yet, Hydra?
No, but before that, I don't want to. I'm tired as hell. I don't want to.
Yeah, you look like you're dying.
Disrespectful, but I'm working my way out of a virus infection, and
Oh,
I'm
right.
freaking late here. So please excuse me if I look tired. It has nothing to do with the entries or anything. It's just.
Oh, dude, I thought you were going to tell me that you're going to bed, and I would have been like, yeah, go for it, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You're still sticking it out.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about, before we go any further, do you want to talk about Solstice then?
No,
While
we
you're still-
have you said 2 more categories. I'll live through that.
We'll fire through them.
Oh,
Yeah. I cannot believe that you did it in wood, because wood is to me wood is very hard to a material very hard to work with.
Yep.
Probably because I don't have the right tools, but this is super cool.
Agreed. Glenn?
it's nothing I even thought of attempting to build a piece of terrain out of wood. It's normally you think you build out the base of a board, just base it on wood, and then do everything else in like lighter material. You don't think of doing it all in wood for the get-go. It's amazing. It's just, and the fact they decided to do it for Nidvember is brilliant.
Yeah, cool. All right, thanks. Yeah, great work, Dan Kaplinger. That is our honorable mention for the non-combat category.
Oh, he's
and
here.
now into the heck, there's 4 in here.
So, hang on.
Is it a tie?
Why? Oh no, there's a reason why there's 2. Same
Oh,
person.
okay.
It's
I
not
think
twice.
I think there's 2 from one person.
Yeah, 2 different from one person. Yeah.
Okay, so in third place for best non-combat Tyranid, we have Protula Tenebris with the amazing modernization of one of our favorite non-combat Tyranids of all time, the Spider Squig. It's just so good. Like, if you don't know, Tyranids used to have this thing called a Spider Squig. It was like a ripper, but Protula Tenebris just made like an upscaled version of that. And like, look at the sculpting on the face there. Look at all the cool, like, look at the use of the Zoanthrope claws at the back. Man, I want to rip that off. That's amazing. Using the Venomthrope body. No, sorry, the not Venomthrope. Wait, yeah, Venomthrope, right? Who's the tentacle guy?
Carapace shell bit.
Yeah.
I think that is a. That's I can't tell.
Toxicrene. No, Venomthrope. It's Venomthrope.
No, it's a Venomthrope. I'm thinking about the tongue bit. I think. Yeah, it's Trigon tail piece.
Yep. And then like the head is like a cut open Carnifex head, I think, or Trigon head. So cool. Flynn, what do you have to say about the Spider Squig quickly?
There must be something in the water for Tyranids, because Spider Squids are really, for some reason, really popular right now. And this one is just like, it's just a brilliantly updated version. I do get a sense of it's like a smaller psychophage, but it just really does work with its pose and everything. But I'm really glad it's placed in better theme, because it is just like it's a squig. Which is the early rippers. It just works with the theme.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hydra, what do you think?
I love how those 3 eyes look so grumpy and angry.
Yeah,
It's a fabulous build.
agreed.
Super awesome.
Perfect. Good work, sir. All right, that was third place. Wow. Okay, what do we got? So now we've got a tie for second, Flynn?
So it's not a tie. It is the same person. It was the fact that people were voting basically the same for both of their entries.
Okay,
And they were, like, placing
Deshande!
them.
Woo! Deshande
Yeah.
entered a couple of entries. But this particular piece, which was inspired by a piece of art from Rogue Trader by Paul Bonner, which is a very shocking piece. I think we shared it on like a couple of streams.
Oh, yeah.
And this is just such a what's the word I'm looking for? Authentic rendition of that art, and especially because the art is black and white, that you don't get any idea of the color, but this fleshy color scheme is exactly the kind of creepy thing that I would expect of that piece of artwork. Here's a video of it so you can see like the full, and not just the cool, again, spider squiggy creatures in the foreground, but just like the whole gross Tyranid scene all around, the painting, the sculpting. It's all scratch. It's almost all scratch sculpted, it looks like. The bits on the little spideries are some of those are Tyranid bits that I recognize. Hydra, has it caught up for you yet?
Yep.
What do you think about this?
I love it. How organic it feels, like all those shapes and textures. And I just love those toxin sacks for little crawly crawly things down there.
Such a good solution.
Yeah, so brilliant. Yeah, the whole composition is amazing. And
Flynn?
disturbing. And weird.
Yes. Flynn, what do you have to say?
Yeah. So, as you say, everything is scratch sculpted. There's only little bits. So the toxin sacks and the smaller spider squig that has bits taken from other kits. Everything
The
else in
larger
that thing
spider
is
squig
scratched.
is a thing from someone. It's like a claw or something.
You think it's all scratch sculpted?
No,
it's
the
got, like,
larger spider squig is a claw from Aerospec. The back carapace.
The larger one is the one that's being built from things. It's the smaller one that's been scratch sculpted.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you said okay. Okay.
I said it the wrong way around because I forgot which way around it was.
Yeah, so the smaller one is scratch sculpted. Okay, I see that.
Yeah. As soon as I was looking at it, I was realizing, wait, that's the tongue bit. Those are from like the Nurgle float drone thingies.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just so much to it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a shame seeing as Sunday won last year in best theme. He's been knocked off his perch.
That's not a shame. He won last year. Can't have him win every year. Come on.
I know. It's a shame for the Sunday, but it's well done to our person who's finished in first place for the theme, and then whoever.
Wait, I thought he was second place
overall as well. Yeah, he's Deshande second place, so someone's finished ahead of him already.
Oh wait, first. And then we had this other piece from Deshande that we also wanted to include here because Deshande did a few entries for the theme. This one was also getting a lot of votes. This is a cute little ripper sniffing some flowers with this beautiful scene behind, like Tyranid scene behind it. So this was kind of like hide. Well, I feel like the spider squigs may have come out slightly on top, but this is also a really honorable mention for Deshande for the whole like non-combat theme. Because like, what's more non-combat than a ripper thinking about eating some flowers?
Well, stopping to Brother Roses in this case.
Yeah.
Sunflowers.
All right, and then let's move along because we're getting late. First place for best execution of the theme goes to Persnickety Sculptor. This is like, I think this is the first thing that Persnickety Sculptor's ever painted. So Persnickety Sculptor made this hideous mound using like mastic putty for like construction and like using like extra siding talons and bits from like Tyrannocytes. This whole Tyranid goopy scene terraforming this planet. I love this. Flynn, what do you got to say about this?
So I saw it early on when he first posted the first picture of the top of the board, and I was like, "Cool, that's already going on the list." And then when the painted version came out, I was like, "That's even better. That's replacing the other one on the list." It's just, sums up like a digestion pool area, or just like a Tyrannocyte just decomposing itself to be able to be reabsorbed. It is
Yeah.
just
Oh, that's a good way to look
perfect
at it.
for it. It's like the idea behind it all. Or it's creating a digestion pool. One of those different things. It's just there's so much you could think what it could be. I just love it. It's got so much room for interpretation.
Here's the pic of the earlier. This is before it was painted. This is that gross putty stuff that he used. It's so good for Tyranid membranous tissue. Hydra, what do you think?
I think it's gross.
It's how you feel inside right now.
Yeah, sort of. I like those sighting talons, spiky upwards things. It kind of breaks it.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what material is used there, and it's surprisingly small when you go back to the picture where he has his Tyrant standing on.
Oh, his Tyrant is
I
pretty
thought it would
huge,
be,
but
yeah, but I would have assumed that this is even bigger. But
oh, right, okay.
yeah,
I
love
know,
it.
I
Absolutely.
know he's
love it.
posted it somewhere what he's used, but I can't remember
It's
what.
called, okay, so I asked him about this because I tried to do it for my display board. It's called Mastic, Mastik, and it's basically like caulking. It's like what you get in a caulking gun, Simon, to like seal cracks or whatever. But you spray it out, and then he said he took like a toothpick and he just like went back and forth with it and stretched it to get like the stretches. Or he took like a glove on his
Oh
hand
no,
and took his finger and went back and forth to get like those stretch things.
it's not It's not mastic.
He called it, he said it's
It's tech
mastic.
seal.
That's literally what he told me.
No, it's in our Discord in the Nidvember one. It's called tech seal. Sort of like
Sure.
sort of like a rubber used to seal gaps. But when using it at work, I thought, oh, this could be really useful as terrain. When you disturb it and stick it back and forth with your finger, it creates a webbing look. And once
You
it's
can
dried out,
you can do it with a number of
should be
things.
able
Like
to do that.
he got me thinking about it,
Yeah.
and then I was making this like base for my lictor out of the Norn Emissary. And under here, I literally just put no more nails to like get some weights in there. And I took a toothpick and I started trying to stretch it, and I got that same kind of membranous texture. So like construction glue, like caulking, whatever, you can probably do it with a bunch of different ones. Anyway, so congratulations to Persnickety Sculptor. You got gold in best execution of the theme for Nidvember 2023. Not bad for your first painted piece. And that means that there is only one category left. Best overall for Nidvember 2023. The Slayer Bone Sword. And if you've been paying attention to Nidvember, you should know which model won this, because there's one model that's been conspicuously absent from everything that we've covered so far. And if you've been following Nidvember, there's no way you couldn't have seen it. Wait, is this the one? Is it like so? Oh, okay. Best overall for Nidvember 2023 goes to... Why is it in the wrong window? Fuck. Sorry, hold on.
That's not my fault.
Frankendoodle made this like almost completely scratch sculpted creepy beast eating up a planet, inspired by the artwork on the 3rd edition Tyranid Codex. Very little artwork to go on, and made it completely from scratch. There's some stuff in here that looks cast. That's him casting his own sculpts so that he doesn't have to resculpt things. Super smart.
The only thing,
So
the only thing
creepy.
not sculpted by him.
What's that?
The metal. There's only one thing. Well, 4 things that he hasn't sculpted in here.
The
And
metal
that is because
cables.
they are metal bits. Yeah, the metal cables. That is it. Everything else was sculpted by Franken, and the white is what he cast just to help speed it along for himself. Everything else was sculpted, and this mat can do Tyranid ribs. It's just that detail.
Everything.
put
I fell
into
in love with
ribs
those
is
legs.
ridiculous.
I was like, you need to cast those for me because I don't want to try and sculpt that.
Yeah.
And look at how big
Everyone's
this
after
is.
those
So like
legs.
that is a Forge World High Tyrant on the left. That is a converted Screamer Killer, I believe, on the right. So this beast is big. That's a termagant in there. Simon, what do you have to say about this monster?
I wish I had done it. No, seriously, it's I love so much about it. For example, that the head crest looks like straight from that old Tyrant, or
Yep.
the unit that links the 3rd edition codex forever to Tyranids with me, the Warriors. This is
Yep.
a Warriors crest,
Yep.
and I love that it is. And those little mouth parts and those thin arms, and I love the sculpting work on those legs. It looks so organic and so wonderful shaped. I'm speechless. It's a very well deserved win.
Yes.
The
When you
one
talk
thing
about
I
the
just want
sculpting
to
on those
add in,
legs, it reminds me of Karen. Like we were talking about the Dim Karen, and we were saying like there's such good detail on this model, like the Dim Karen, but it's badly put together.
Yep.
But on some Tyranid like models, the plastic ones, the legs are smooth. But on Dim Karen, there's like all the like subtle little textures, right?
Yep.
Lynn, what do you got to say about this one? You already kind of said some stuff, but
there's one thing I just wanted to add in though. But I can't say it. Some people will go like, "Oh, but that's not a non-combat Tyranid model." Well,
sure it
the
is.
reason why it's been included in the non-combat is for the lore that the Sunday is giving it, because this model doesn't have anything behind it. There's nothing made that's similar to it or anything else. People may argue that the picture and the back artwork, the edition codex was a pirate fan. Okay, this is Frankendoodles. I mean, their interpretation of it, and they've got on like what it is for it. It's a similar creature. Basically helps with eating up all the biomatter and pumping out spores to help with the digestion of a planet. So there you go.
Yeah, it strikes me as non-combat. That works for me.
Yeah.
Me too. It doesn't have scything talons.
Exactly.
It's crawling over the ground, chewing up like it's a big vacuum cleaner.
Yes.
Vacuum cleaners.
Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. Well deserved Frankendoodle. Congratulations on winning best overall for Nidvember 2023. With a work like that, it makes me like I had to scratch sculpt the Dom, and that was insane. And I did it over years. I don't understand how Frankendoodle was able to do this in a month. Like, think about that. I think he might have started a little bit early, but not that much. It might have taken him a month and a half. But
yeah,
super inspiring.
He was a little bit, oh crap, I was hoping to get this done by the deadline at midnight on the deadline, and then did it a day earlier because I did kind of go like, all right, I wanted to get all the posts in by the 29th so we can arrange everything to stream. Things then happened, and we had to delay, but he still brought it in the day before, on the 29th. They had it all done on the 29th, so 28th actually, so 2 days early before the deadline.
Man, freaking tastic. When we thought about this Nidvember thing, I didn't think it was going to go this extreme. Hydra?
Yeah. Nothing to add.
All right, well, that is it. It's getting late. We need to give Flynn Hammer a shout out for organizing this and coordinating it. Thank you, Flynn Hammer. Excellent work. I'm sorry you had so many problems from the 5th member tonight. But this has been amazing. I'm very glad that we did the Nidvember wrap so quickly after it finished, because if you know us, we sometimes wait a long time. Glad we didn't do that this time. Sorry we waited a bit for Junestealer, but it was good to do them all together. So Flynn Hammer, thanks for making sure everyone was voting. Thanks for pulling all the things together.
That's all right. We've got 2 things though to do very quickly.
We need to plug Solstice before Hydra collapses. What were you going to say?
Plugging Solstice. The only thing I was going to say, we haven't said when we're coming from Rick Priestley's enormous mansion. I already know where we're coming from.
Where?
We're coming from the server room because we're trying to fix all the 5th member problems through the stream.
Coming to you live from Rick Priestley's server room. We normally do it at the beginning. We're doing it at the end.
Yeah.
The fifth member's a
We've
jerk.
migrated to the server room, that's why.
Actually, Flinthammer's coming to you live from the server room. I'm down in the electrical room trying to sort things out. Hydra's up in the attic because there's like wiring up there that needs to be fixed. Like it's a mess in here. All right. So yeah, that was amazing. That concludes the awards ceremony portion of our show. But now let's talk about something really important, which is Solstice 28, which is happening right now. This is Hydra's own charity event that he created and has been running for 3 years now.
Yes.
And go ahead.
You go ahead.
Yeah, so basically what it is you donate. You don't have to give Hydra any money. You donate to charity. Well, I shouldn't say that. You donate to charity. You make a donation to charity, and Hydra on his website, solstice28.blogspot.com. We'll put that link in the chat. We'll make sure it goes in the description. You can find out that he has sculpted 4 different icons, and you can qualify to own these icons simply by making a donation to a charity, one of the charities listed, and then sending Hydra a screenshot of your donation to the charity to show that you did it. You send him a little bit of money for shipping, and then he sends you 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of these icons that he sculpted. So the first one on the left was from 2020, where he sculpted without a head so that people could add a head to it. The second 2 were from 2022. Wait, am I getting this wrong?
Yeah. 2022.
2022. And then the third one is from this year. The cute little froggy demon that you did this year. And yeah, the charities are Doctors Without Borders, UNICEF, UNHCR, or the Bail Project. And all the details are here. Simon, did you want to add? Oh, and you have until the 30th of December, 2023 to get your donation into your charity. Send it through to Simon. And then you just have to send him shipping to get the models to you. And all the shipping charges are laid out here. You're lucky if you live in Germany or Europe. You're screwed if you live in the rest of the world. I saw that. You're like, you jerk. You don't love us North Americans, do you? So yeah, Hydra, what, like, you want to say anything else?
There are two things that are new compared to last year. First off, there's a Google form I will ask everyone to fill out because it makes the shipping process way easier on my end.
Yeah.
I am being helped there by the wonderful Ben, also known as Apocrypha now on Instagram. He set that up for me. So you just have to type everything in, and I get a nice form from which I can copy it into the shipping website thing. And the other thing is that this year I have managed to drag a sponsor, a material sponsor, into working with me. So I'm sponsored by PK Pro. They send me the resin. The silicone that I need to make the molds. I used that silicone before and I love it. And I asked them if I could maybe buy it this year for for a discount and say, hey, maybe, like 15%, 20% off or something like that. And the dude said, well, no discount. And I was like, no discount.
How about 100% off?
Yeah, I will send you it. It's for charity. And that's pretty amazing.
Sorry, man. Can you do us a favor? Can you get an affiliate link with them, please?
You need to do that, man.
Yeah.
Please.
How does that work? I don't know.
You contact them and ask them if they do affiliate links, and basically you put it on your profile, and then if anyone wants to order in Germany from PK Pro, they do it through that link, and then PK Pro records that you were the one who sent the business through. That's what I have with Fedmas.
Yeah, they have one on their website already. I'm sending you this.
They do?
You can look at it tomorrow morning. Yeah, they have an affiliates program.
Anyway, you should look into that because you were hawking some PK Pro. I know they've been very good to you. They've helped you with your miniature worlds club that you do at school. That's awesome that they sent you the silicone. When I was watching your video, because Hydra did this really cute video to promote Solstice 28, he posted on Instagram, and like there's a part where you're like, the silicone that is needed to cast the idols, and I thought you were going to say something like The silicone that is needed to cast the idols was created from the souls of departed youth, or something like that. They're gonna do something creepy, and then you were just like, "Is donated by PK Pro." I'm like, no, you gotta say it's like possessed by demons or something. Anyway, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry.
yeah,
So
and-
check out Solstice 28.
Yeah, so that's one end. I got I mentioned that earlier. I got a pressure pot for my birthday, and I hope that eradicates all the bubbles and making it wonderful, perfect casts. And I'm still wondering what kind of color I should use. Maybe blue or orange.
You know, I'm gonna say pink.
Pink.
Orange
Yeah,
is
if I,
cute.
last year.
if I would use red pigment, it would probably turn pink. But
Something weird like black. What about black?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
black, yeah, sure.
But it looks like marble or something. So people don't have to paint it. They could just have it and just be creepy and black. I don't know.
Well, the
I
last
think-
ones were green, so I could
Oh.
do black now.
Oh, I thought blue.
Or red. I don't know. If anyone's still in the chat, let Hydra know or send him a message. Tell him what you think he should do in terms of color for the idols. But these are the cool idols that you can get. And it's not like that expensive. I think for all four of them, isn't it like €25 or something?
The frog is 20. The three small ones are 50, and if you want all four, it's 65.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
If you're new, go for all of them. They are brilliant.
Thanks a lot.
I only went for one though this year, budget-wise.
Oh, right. Oh, Go For It Painting just joined us. Hello, Go For It Painting. We're just wrapping up, but you missed all the craziness, and we've got a recording, so you can wind it back. Just want to quickly spin through the chat. Deshande said I put so much into this one, it was rather draining. I can believe that, Deshande, for all the sculpting that you did on that Paul Bonner-inspired piece. We got Singularity Forge saying texture reminds me of my Death Leap. I can't remember which one that's referring to. Oh, I think that's referring to Persnickety Sculptor's texture. Vermis is saying that
You see the chat out, but I'm just passing out here.
go. Let's just call it. Thank you everyone who joined us. Thank you for everyone who entered the events. Thank you for everyone who's going to support Solstice 28. Make sure you go and check that out with Hydra right away. And we will talk again soon. We will be back in 2 weeks' time for another Creature Conference. We are going to be doing the Xenos Year in Review. Tune in for the Xenos Year in Review. That's where we go through all the Games Workshop models that were released this year that were Xenos. And I'm also going to set some homework for the different hosts. I'm going to ask you to find an artist who's making Xenos models that you found this year that you really loved. And we're going to see about featuring all that kind of stuff. So not just Games Workshop mumbo jumbo, also cool community mumbo jumbo. So tune in for that. That'll be on Friday, December 22nd. And we look forward to talking to you then. Thanks for joining us. Good night. Say good night, Hydra.
Good night, Hydra.
Say good night, Flinthammer.
Good night, Flinthammer.